Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's live stream. I'm going to wait a second just to make sure that I'm unmuted because I have had that problem before. And in case you can't hear me, thank you for coming here tonight. Thank you for waiting. Tonight, I'll be doing at least probably 4 writing sprints tonight. I'm planning on definitely.
Thank you for coming here tonight.
It's working. Awesome. Okay. No, I know I'm not muted. Great. I have to, just one second, I have to reteach myself StreamYard. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's writing sprints. I will be starting the first writing sprint in a moment, but right now I want to talk about Camp NaNoWriMo, which is, happening tomorrow. Just in case you didn't know, tomorrow's April 1st. This is my carnation. Her name is Caroline, and I'm sticking with that. There's something else I wanted to say, but now I can't quite remember it. Hello, Marie. Thank you for being here. I really had something I wanted to say. I can't remember it now. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm going to be working on an article due tonight instead of the book I'm working on because the article is literally a deadline I have to do. But later tonight, I hope to be getting some work done on my book as long as I can get enough work done on this article first. This article I'm writing is going to be about different types of past tense. And hello, Jasmine. Thank you for being here. Yes, I believe I'm going to. Can I share my screen? I know I can. Not that way. Okay, that's a better way. So, as far as everyone else who is here, what is everyone else working on tonight? Are you working on a book? Are you still planning for Camp NaNoWriMo? Do you know what you're going to do? Are you even participating? Because it's a lot of work to do any kind of camp event, and if you're not, then that's really okay too. Stream can also be used for whatever type of productivity you want. Right now, I'm just pulling up my article that I started earlier, although now I can't remember what I called the Google Doc, so it might take me a second. I'll just do it during the sprint. But yes, Jasmine, I was working on an article last time because I decided a long time ago, like before I ever started live streaming, I decided that my articles would come out on Fridays, and that meant my deadline was Thursday at midnight, which is, just I mean, it's good to have a live stream in order for me to work on it, but also I would rather be doing book stuff. But I can't really change the day that my articles come out, so it's what I'm doing. It's what I'm working with. Oh my goodness, it's already April 1st in New Zealand. Wow, you're all the way in New Zealand. That is so wild. And you're also doing edits for Camp Nano. Yes, the book I'm working on is currently in its 3rd draft, so I will also be doing edits for April. And Raqueen is here, and Jasmine will be working. Okay, I think it's time to start the first sprint of the night. There will be probably 4 sprints, just until around 10 p.m. or 2 hours, from whatever time it is for you, whatever time zone you're in. Okay, I'm going to start the first sprint now. Happy writing in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that is the end of the first sprint of the night. How was that for everyone? I am going to remember how to hide the banner and put myself forward. Hello, everyone. And I'm going to calculate how many words I got for that sprint. Not bad, not bad. I do have a question for everyone who's watching. It's a grammar question. Well, it's kind of a grammar question, but the definition of a word is escaping me. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. But it's like, what is it called when you accidentally slip into a different tense when you're writing? Like you go from writing in past tense to present tense. Does anyone know what that's called? Because like it would be helpful if I could use the correct word for that in the article I'm writing. But I think it's called like tense slipping. But it doesn't sound right to me. Tense switching? I'm unsure. Get back to me on that. Hello, Morgan. Morgan wrote 320 words for 15 minutes, which is quite impressive. I was able to write 235 in my article, so it's got a good little intro beginning. It needs to be about around 800 words, so I'm on track for finishing during this live stream. Right now, I'm gonna try to like think about how long I want the second sprint to be. Definitely at least 20 minutes. I don't know, maybe like a good 25er. Okay, I will write that down so I don't forget. Interesting. Jasmine says that they haven't heard a specific word for that before. Well, it should be a word because it sounds like it's a thing. It sounds like there should be a word for it. But if that means I can make up my own word for it, then that just means I have total contrative. I meant to say creative. I have total creative freedom to decide what I want this word to be called. I don't have this issue that, which is switching tenses when I'm writing. I tend to like laser focus on the timeline and know what tense I'm writing in. Interestingly, I do outline in present tense, but then write in past tense. So like, I don't know, maybe my brain thinks better in present tense. Morgan says verb tense shift or switching tenses. Yeah, I guess like tense switching would be the noun form of that, but it's so many S's in that word. It doesn't sound very pleasing. Like I'm writing an article and I'll put the title for it in the comments because I don't think it sounds very nice. And like I would like it to sound like less. There's too many S's. Past tense for the tense switching writer. It's a bit doesn't sound great to my ears. But maybe I can think of another word for it. But it's like I was gonna use the word like accidental, like writing past tense for the accidental writer, but like I don't want to imply that it's like a bad thing to be doing this. It's just a thing to be aware of. And accidental, like it's not quite the tone I'm looking for. Maybe I should open. I use a website called Word Hippo to give me synonyms. And I wonder if that will provide any fruit for me in a second. Okay. Maybe it looks better as a title than sounds out loud. Okay, Jasmine also agrees. So maybe it's just me. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's just me. But the original name of the article was different types of past tense. So I think it's definitely better. It's better now. It's more specific. Okay. How much? I have totally lost track of what even time it is. Okay. It is currently 8:25. I'll probably start the next sprint in like just a couple minutes, probably like what time? I said 8:25. I'll probably start at like 8:28. Yeah. How is everyone feeling about their projects tonight? Is there any scene in your work that you're looking forward to writing to? Or I know I just crossed the midpoint in my book draft. So have you recently crossed a milestone that feels exciting? Thank you, Jasmine. I probably have thought about it too much. While you are thinking about that, I am looking for, what did I say? Synonyms. Looking for synonyms. Nope, I'm not liking him. Accidental wasn't a good root word to begin with. I really like writing these articles because it's a more conversational tone. Like it definitely has it's a different writing style. It's like a different part of my writer brain. So it doesn't, it doesn't access the same neurons, I guess, as writing creatively does, even though it is creative. It is more like research based, and I feel a bit more authoritative, but also casual. And so, I mean, like, it's kind of freeing to not have to write in a character's voice. Maybe I will share a little excerpt later in the stream because I surely will have something to share with you later, but not yet. It's not ready. Oh, Morgan's at the climax of their story and is having to finish my book. That's so awesome. I really hope you do. I will start the next sprint soon for you. Oh my gosh, at the climax. Hoping to finish. That's so exciting. Yeah. Jasmine's also trying to get work done tonight so they can write tomorrow. It's a very admirable goal. That is also what I'm trying to do tonight. Yes, good luck, Morgan. And with that, I'm going to set up the timer for the second sprint. Yes, let's get a nice 25 minutes. Okay, 25 minutes for the second sprint of tonight. Yeah, happy writing in 3, 2, 1. I scared myself a little with that one. Raise your hand if you were also scared by that. Okay, that was the end of the second sprint for tonight. A nice 25 minutes. Nice 25 minutes of work. I'm going to take the timer away. Yes, I know how to use StreamYard. Okay. So how did everyone do? I'm going to calculate my words. Oh, and I have another fun question for the chat when you all come back. Yes, let me figure out how many words I wrote. I am very happy with the progress of my article. I'm very. Why can I not speak right now? I'm happy with the progress of my article. Okay. Now I just need a calculator. Okay, in that 25-minute sprint, I managed to get 438 words that time. Also, I see Siopan has joined us in the past sprint. Welcome. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. Marie got 28 pages edited. That sounds like a lot. That sounds like so many. Wow. I'm really shocked. Great job. Morgan got 458. That is 458 words closer to the end of Morgan's book. Super exciting. And Jasmine was stuck in Instagram for a few minutes. No shame in that. But still got a decent amount of work done. It's great. Okay, ready for my question? Okay. As I was writing my article, I was thinking about the reason why people may switch tenses when writing, and I thought about it. That's normally not between past tenses. Like, you don't really switch between he went to the store versus like he had went to the store. Like, it's not really a thing. But what people do is they will switch between present and past tense. And I'm wondering, what is the reason for this? And the hypothesis I came up with is that if the brain thinks in the present tense, then that would make sense why, if you were trying to write in the past tense, you might accidentally switch into the present tense. So I'm wondering, for y'all, do you think your brain thinks in the present tense, or do you think it thinks in the past tense? You will not be mentioned in my article if I choose to write this next one, but it's a really interesting question to me. Like, does my brain think in the present tense? I think it does. I mean, most words we speak, are they in the present tense? I don't know. Like, it's a very interesting question to me, and I don't know if there's any any weight, any like truth to the words that I'm saying. But like, it might be an interesting like thought experiment for an article. Yes, and I also said maybe we speak in past tense, in present tense more often. Okay. I have your answers. Okay. Marie says that mine very much thinks of the present tense. Okay. That's 1 point to my hypothesis. Morgan says if I switch when I'm writing and if I switch if I'm writing in one tense and reading in another. Oh, that makes sense. Like my critique partner is writing in past, but I'm writing in present. That does make sense. Of like what we read. That's such a good point. I'll write that down. If that's okay. So what we read influences what tense we write in. We write in, perhaps unintentionally, Okay. Morgan also says they think in present tense. So like 2 points to Grayson. And Jasmine says that makes sense, but I've never thought about it. I know, isn't it weird? When I write, I see it as a movie in my head, so I can see why I would have a problem with the tenses. I also think in images, but like, sometimes my brain uses words, and like, this is. How have I never heard this discourse before? Like, this is so interesting to me. Now I'm thinking about, like, do I just, like, write a different article tonight? Or maybe I will write, like, a follow-up to this article that I'm writing now. Like, I'll write the sequel in May, or I'll just move one of my April assignments to May to, like, fit this one in there, because this is so interesting to me. Yeah, just wild. And I'm glad you are here to confirm my hypotheses. Wow. Just, if I hadn't have had this live stream, I never would have come to this conclusion. Anyway, my article's about, did I say the total it's at? Is currently at 673 words, and I can feel it coming to a conclusion. It is like, it's almost done. It's in a good place right now. I definitely think in the next sprint I'll be able to have the full draft ready for me to, like, edit tonight. But like, it's definitely, it's been easier to write for me than normal. I don't know, like, it's definitely not, it's not as researched. I'm more like trying to teach something that I already know about, so it's a little easier for me to write it than I don't know, like last April or May, like I wrote really intense research articles. It was like why we write nature and fantasy, and it was like philosophical. And unfortunately, that those are not the articles I have linked in the description of this live stream. But I could put one. In the chat. Yeah. And Jasmine says, they'll be thinking about this tomorrow when I'm writing. I know, I'm sorry. It's all, I've made it meta now, and you can't unsee it. Okay, I'm thinking about the length of the next sprint. I felt like 25, like I was starting to slack off in the middle of it, so I feel like it needs to be a little shorter than 25. Maybe like 23? Is that even that much shorter to matter? I'm about to make myself laugh a lot, but I'm gonna hold back. Oh, it's happening. Okay, 23 minutes is just fine for my schedule. I'm gonna do a 23-minute one. Yes, okay. Let's reset that, and I will try to lower the volume on the birds because I don't want anyone to be as well. I don't know how loud my timer played on your screen, but I'm going to at least make it a little quieter on my screen so it doesn't scare me so bad. And don't ask why I put a non-zero amount of seconds after it. I think it looks nice. Okay, third writing sprint of the night. Thank y'all for being here. There's one more after this, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's write. All right. That was the end of the third sprint for the night. Ooh, and we're almost a whole hour and a half stream. It's a good chunk of stream. Oh, I think my flower moved? No, I moved my laptop. That's why. That's why the angle's different now. But anyway, how did everyone do for that sprint? It felt long. It was probably too long for me, but that's because like I kind of ran out of work to do, which is good. It's good that I finished my article. At least I have a good draft that I could just like line edit a little bit later. But yeah, it's like mostly done, and I'm happy with that and proud of that. It ended up being like 700 and I just remembered this. Let me see, 759 words, which is right where I want to be. So that puts me at 318 words for the sprint we just had. Um, Working at 216 that time. Started a new chapter, so it's always a slow start. I don't remember if you said that you were writing a first draft or not. I assume it's a first draft because you said you're about to write the climax. I think someone else on stream was revising, but let me think about it. Yes, I do think it is. It is hard to like. I don't know. To be honest, I haven't been writing much first draft material recently, so I can't remember if I find it hard to start the beginning of a chapter. That probably depends on how much I've outlined beforehand before I jump into a chapter. Even then, beginnings can be hard because, like, sometimes you're not sure if you're starting in the right place and you just gotta cross your fingers and hope your intuition is right. And Jasmine is making pretty good progress tonight, and that's great. That's lovely to hear. I allegedly have 30 minutes left in this stream, but like that's a lot of minutes. I mean, I guess I can switch projects now, so like maybe I do want to write a lot in my other project. Let me know what y'all want. Do you want like a little short cooldown sprint, or do you want like a big finale 25-minute sprint? I'm not like some people on AutoTube who do like 45-minute sprints. I don't think I'm there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be there yet. Sometimes I can't even pay attention for a Pomodoro session. So I prefer shorter sprints. So if that's your jam, you're in the right place. What was I thinking about? Oh yes, I was considering whether I was going to switch to my next project. I mean, I might as well. If I'm done with my article stuff, I can work on my book now. I'd love to work on my book today. I didn't get to. I just copy pasted some stuff into it this morning, and I didn't even get to edit it. So I was like, oh, almost. But I had other things to do this morning, including setting up this live stream. But I'm so glad I did because this live stream is going well tonight. Okay. Jasmine has voted for 15 is good. So if there are no other qualms, opinions, arguments, it's probably going to be around another 15 for the next one. And the final one, I don't know, I might have a quick blitz at the end. I'll see how I'm feeling. I generally like to go like just under 2 hours. But we will see. Yes, it is book time for me. I'm so ready, Jasmine. I'm ready. Okay, let's set up the timer. Yeah, I remember how to do this. if y'all have ever streamed, or if y'all haven't ever streamed, it's harder than it looks. There are a lot of moving parts, and if you have, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, what was I saying? Yes, right. I have to start this right now. Okay, fourth writing sprint of the night, starting in 3, 2, 1, book time. Okay, that was the end of the 4th sprint for the night. Thank you all for joining me for all these sprints tonight. I really appreciate your you sticking it through. Yeah, I finally got to write some of my book today. I wrote, well, I'll talk about this in a second. But again, I'm revising words, and in 15 minutes, I got 358, which is high, but they're not new words. They're just revised words. So things go a little quicker for me on that front when I'm working on a 3rd draft. Yeah, I'm really glad I hosted the stream tonight. Thank you all for being here. I believe that was the last sprint I'm going to do tonight, because you can tell from like the quality of my voice. I'm a bit tired, and I would like to just, zone out and, watch some YouTube, read a little, have some tea. Yes, I'm going to have a good rest of my night, and I hope you all have a good rest of your night. I hope your projects go well. I hope you have a good Camp Nano tomorrow if you're going to be participating in that. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Thank you all for joining me. Jasmine says thanks for streaming. And Robert is here and says thanks for streaming. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, I will edit my article later tonight. I hope otherwise everyone else's night goes well. Remember to like the stream if you haven't already. I will be hosting more live streams in April on Thursday nights. And if you are subscribed, they should show up in your feed. And if you turn on the notification bell, you should know when they go live. Yes. That is all I need to say. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next live stream. Bye.